drive on when you're ready. And at the end of the road, turn right. And then at the roundabout, turn left. Then find a safe place to stop on the left. And then drive on when you're ready. And at the end of the road, turn left. Roundabout, turn right. And then at the second roundabout, we'll go straight on up the hill. take the next road on the left. And then find a safe place to stop on the left. And then drive on when you're ready. And then at the end of the road, turn right. Take the next road on the left. And then at the end of the road, turn left. roundabout, turn right. And then at the roundabout, turn left. take the next road on the right. And at the roundabout, turn right. Yeah, at the end of the road, turn left. then at the roundabout turn right. left. And then take the next left. Then at the roundabout, turn left.
Pardon, was that left?
At the roundabout, turn left. And then find a bay to drive into. Drive forward into a bay. Okay, that's the end of your driving test, Jack. How do you think you've done?
I think I've done all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good. So, any issues do you think there was on the way?
I kind of forgot, but I remember I definitely made a mistake somewhere, but I forgot where.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So we started in that little housing estate just by the test centre, didn't we?
Yeah.
We come out of there, we turned right, and then we turned left at the roundabout. Then we stopped on Church Green Road. All that was good. We got to the end of the road, turned left. And then we got to the roundabout, we turned right. And then we went straight on to the next roundabout up the hill. Remember that?
Yeah.
Now, what's the speed limit up that road?
30.
Yeah, good. So you got up to about 28, didn't you, at some point? But something made you just come off the gas a little bit. Now, was it because of you see the speed camera?
Kind of. I wasn't sure what speed I was on, so I kind of just went off the gas for a second.
Yeah, okay. So even if you see a safety camera, it doesn't mean you've got to come off the gas.
Yeah.
Just you was at 28 miles an hour. You could have actually gone and increased the speed a little bit, couldn't you? Just get up to 30 a little bit. So don't let traffic, speed cameras affect your speed. Yeah, as long as you're within the speed limit, then that's fine. Yeah, so it's not worthy of noting. It's just something that I observed. Yeah,
Okay.
I thought that's what you must have seen. Then you've turned left, and I think you put a little bit too much brake going down there. Really, you just needed to. You was in a good speed coming into the junction. Just let it roll down there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you was giving it a little bit more credit than it's worthy. It was downhill and it was a bit of a bend. Have you been down there before?
Yeah.
Second gear, 10 miles an hour, make your turn, just let the car roll round, it'll be absolutely fine. You won't need any brake down there. Then we've pulled up on the left, and then we pulled away safely again. Oh, that's good. Now, what is the speed limit in that road? Do you know?
Is it there?
It is, you're right. But you never went over 20 all the way up that road. Now, there's certain areas around that estate that you warrant doing the speed that you did, because there's parked vehicles, there's bends, you can't see round. So yeah, you've got to take your time. But when you've got a clear road, you should be getting up to that speed.
Okay.
It makes sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no one behind you, so you just picked up a driver fault for appropriate speed.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So I thought you must have thought it was only a 20 area, because you never went above 20.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's because I was just cautious of the next turn, because there was a lot of bends in the road.
That's correct, yeah. So that, like I said to you, the first part of it, yeah, you did the right thing. You got to anticipate there could be a car coming around that van, that sort of thing, and where you couldn't see, and then the electric car come down the hill. So you was anticipating stuff like that's going to happen, yeah. And they just bullied their way through, didn't they?
Yeah.
But as soon as you made your left turn, if you looked up that road, it was all clear, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, there was some speed bumps, but you could have got up to speed, slow down for the speed bump. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you never went above 20 up there, and if there's a car behind you, you could fail your test for that, because you're not getting up to speed where you can. So do what you see, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. Then you've turned left on that road, and then I think you got a little bit confused of the speed of the road, and then you see the new speed limit road sign, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because you went over to 31, 32 for a fraction of a second. It didn't help that the van driver was pushing you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's 30, so I'll give you a driver fault there for use of speed.
Okay.
But just keep to the speed limit as you go through there. That is 30 all the way through. It used to be national speed limit, and that's why that van driver's probably trying to push you,
Okay.
because it used to be national speed limit in that section. But as the road sign's saying, it's a new speed limit's been enforced in that area. Yeah, because they're building houses there, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, you see the construction site there.
Yeah.
Then we've turned left. You've done well at bottle dump roundabout. Yeah. In terms of you've seen either the road signs or the road markings. Which ones did you see?
I saw the road
markings.
signs, and then after I saw the road markings.
Right, okay, so good. And then you planned and moved over nicely there. Now, you did pick up one driver fault for lane discipline as you went round there. Because you're using the right lane, where should you just position as you're driving straight across the road?
Left side of the roundabout?
No, right. Just stay where you are.
Okay.
Yeah, so what happened is you've got onto the roundabout, yeah, and as you've got onto the roundabout, you've taken it as if you're going straight on using a left lane or a middle lane.
Yeah.
And you've moved over a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, luckily for you, it was only a little bit. There was no one there turning left at the same time, so that's why it's only a driver fault.
Okay.
So anytime you find yourself in the right lane when you're going straight on a roundabout, just go straight over the roundabout using the right space.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Good. Then, did you know that the speed limit of the next road after the bottle dump roundabout was 60 miles an hour?
National speed?
Yeah, did you know it was national?
Yeah.
It's just that you give quite a big gap with the car in front.
Yeah.
So why was you giving such a big gap?
I don't
Could be
know.
a reason.
It's just I just feel more safe if I have a bigger gap. But then after I realise sometimes there's too big of a gap.
Too big of a gap, yeah. Now, one thing I was thinking is maybe in your mindset that you could see there was sort of still frost on the fields, and you're thinking it's still icy conditions. Is that what you're thinking? I don't know.
It's because I knew that it was when I left my house, I knew it was wet.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if that had to play a factor. Or
Yeah,
not.
well, yeah, and today, what it is, if you look at it, yes, there is some little frost on the side of the, on the grass and stuff, but the roads themselves are not icy; they're just wet.
Okay.
So just treat it like a wet road.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So just have a 4-second gap, not like you almost had about 8-10 second gap. Yeah. So just bear that in mind. Just keep that progress. Don't get those gaps too big.
Okay.
Then you've turned right at the roundabout, and then you've got a black car that's sort of behind you. Initially, it's absolutely fine. You've taken your time going around where it says slow because you had a double bend. But as soon as you've got round on that country road, you didn't really start pushing it. You could have got your speed up a little bit because he was right behind you. You notice that?
Yeah.
And you got a straight road, it's national speed limit, so you could have built your speed up there, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Because you didn't have a bend to deal with after you'd done that second bend, especially down the hill towards where the right turn is on the.
Yeah.
So if you was on your driving test and you've got somebody sitting behind you like that, and you're only doing 40 on a 60 road, and you can get up to a little bit quicker, say be 50 at least, couldn't you? Yeah. You can pick up a serious fault for that.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
I've had to give you a serious fault for that because of the situation is the road's clear, it's national speed limit, and you've got someone tailgating you, looking like he wants to overtake you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that's where you got to be careful. Then your next right turn, you did what we talked about. Yeah. You didn't follow it round. You were straight. You was almost straight again. Does that make sense? So your position wasn't ideal on the bend. I mean, I'm exaggerating.
Yeah.
Yeah. But part of your car was going towards the centre line. Yeah. So just imagine the centre line's coming around like this on a curvature. You were sort of like this. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So this part of the car was going over the centre line. You've got to try and follow it round a little bit. Yeah, you've got to get the car sort of sitting here.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll have a look at that in a minute on Lennox Road.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to see if you can get a better position as you're turning round.
Okay.
Yeah. So make sure. Does that make sense though?
Yeah.
You've got to get your side of the vehicle down round, following the centre line, sort of thing. Not sort of doing it as like a straight right turn.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So again, it's a serious fault because it's Lennox Road. It's a really narrow road, so you're taking a bit of space, and if a big truck comes around there, it could be causing you problems.
Okay.
Yeah. And after that, initially you was driving down that road a little bit slow. I know it's a bit bumpy and that, but then once you got round the bend, you did pick your speed up a little bit. Yeah, and that's the sort of speed you wanted down all that round, about 40, over 40 sort of thing speed. Yeah. If there's tractors or something coming towards you, you can reduce your speed a little bit. Yeah. But with the national speed limits, you want to sort of be hitting at 40, 45 miles an hour, even if the road's a bit rough.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what happened? Everything's good from there. You've turned right at the roundabout. You did well at that junction that you've probably never been before. You first looked at it when we got to the speed bump. You're like, I wonder where I'll go in here. And you just followed the round to the left. So you did really well there. End of the road, you turn left. Then we've turned right at the roundabout. We've gone straight on. We've turned right at the roundabout. Then we've gone down the hill, and you've dealt with the double roundabouts at First, in between First and Emerson Valley, really well. We've come down here, and then you've moved over the lanes at the correct time. Yeah, just you let that other car go by, and then moved over before the blue car because you had space and time. Then you turn right in the roundabout, and we've got here, and you're parked up, and you're absolutely spot on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of change of speed mirrors in there as well. So basically what's happened is sometimes, not many times, as you're coming into a roundabout, you're braking before you're doing the mirrors and signal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's only a couple of times that. Yeah, so what we got here is 1, 2, 3, 4 driver faults and 2 seriouses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 driver faults. Yeah. And 2 seriouses. Yeah. Now